Hi again, Irish fans. Welcome back to UND.com's continuing coverage of the 2013 NCAA Women's Basketball Championship. I'm Chris Masters, joined as always by the voice of the Fighting Irish, Bob Nagel, and Notre Dame has advanced to the second round of the NCAA Championship for the 16th time in the last 18 seasons with a 97-64 victory over Tennessee Martin in the first round on Sunday afternoon. And Bob, tell you what, it was one of those pick-your-poison type games where everybody thought, well, if you shut down Skylar Diggins and Kayla McBride, it might be okay. But then this kid named Jewell Lloyd stepped up and had a career afternoon.
We've been saying it all season. Who has three players who can guard players of our caliber? We have the combination best three guards in the country. They really did a great job. Jewell Lloyd, 27 points, career high. Skylar did what she needed to do. She passed the ball. She played good defense. She had a steal. She's only one steal away from reaching 100 this year. But if she gets 25 points, maybe we're not as effective. She had 10 points, was fine with her. Kayla McBride had a double-double, which is phenomenal. Natalie Achama reached the 1,000-point mark in her career with 16 points. So many special things, and we saw a great performance. Butler was outstanding for Tennessee Martin. She had a great day. She banked in a few. The bank was open on Sunday, which is kind of rare. But she's a good player, and they have a good program. They have some players who can play, but we did what we had to do, and that's we acted like a number one seed. We acted like the number two team in the country, and hopefully that'll continue throughout the tournament because that's just how good we are.
And the Irish will play the Hawkeyes in the second round, and Iowa advanced with a 69-53 victory over Miami in the first round here on Sunday night. And, you know, it looked pretty impressive. Had a good crowd here, almost 7,000 fans in attendance. So what are your initial thoughts on the Hawkeyes?
Watching the game, they were behind. They hit a couple of three-pointers. They got the momentum swinging, and Miami wasn't able to answer back. Miami doesn't have any outside shooters. The only outside shooter, I think, they wound up with 2 points or 3 points. So give Iowa credit for a lot of that. But, you know, Lou Holtz used to say the only thing worse than no confidence is false confidence. And Iowa may think they're a better team than they are because of how they handled Miami. I didn't think Miami was a very impressive team, and I know we're going to face them in the ACC. They're going to be one of our conference mates, but I didn't think they played very well yesterday, and so maybe Iowa, you know, they walked out of there with a good feeling, and you should when you win an NCAA game, but, you know, they got to play the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
What would be your keys to the game?
Well, number one, you got to get up and down the floor. They're only 6 deep. And it's amazing how it drops off after the top 5 to one other player that contributes, and then it gets down to the 1 points per game, which I always look at that and say, you know, and there's a couple of players who are injured, so they're not 100%, but they're not very deep. They're going to play 2 games in 2 days. We've done that a lot. We played 3 games in 3 days, obviously, in the Big East tournament. We're used to that. We're in very good shape. We're in very good condition. I think we pushed them up and down the floor. Their big girls got a little tired in the second half yesterday against Miami. They were playing against a big girl who was pushing people around a little bit. I think Natalie Achama will be successful. I just can't get over what Ariel Breaker's doing for us on that front line defensively and struggling and getting on the floor and getting loose balls. And our 3 guards, again, I'll put them up against anybody in the country. They've got a couple of guards who are good, but how they're going to do 2 days and 2 games in 2 days, and how they're going to do against the pressure defense and the pace we're going to set, I think it's really important for us to make sure that they should have a deeper bench, because we certainly do, and we can get up and down the floor all night on them.
So it'll be the Fighting Irish and the Iowa Hawkeyes, round 2 of the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship. It'll be at approximately 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:40 here in Iowa City. You can watch the game live on ESPN2 and the Watch ESPN mobile app. We'll have all the post-game coverage here with press conferences afterwards, as well as additional analysis. But for now, for Bob Nagel, I'm Chris Masters, UND.com.